it's Stacy here, and welcome to a new video. I know I haven't posted in quite a while actually, but today I figured I'd like to upload this video after I'm done recording and editing, because this is a special video that you are going to be watching today. So if you don't know, and if you haven't watched my other video, I actually have lived in a rental home for about 8 months, and you read the title right, very owned condominium that I'm living in right now, and I'm very excited because this is such a gift. And also, a little backstory here, it took us so long, the whole waiting process, closing on this condo, and for the most part we didn't know if we would be approved for a loan, and luckily we had an amazing lender. We had 3 lenders, like 2 other lenders besides her, and those other 2 didn't even make it up to the level. You know, they kept saying excuses, stuff like that. Anyway, those lenders weren't good, and out of 3, 1 of them did it for us, which is incredible. She didn't let anything stop her, and it was also her first sale too, working with our brokerage. And I'm just really excited anyway to show you my condominium. This is where I'm currently living. I have been living here for 2 months and 4 weeks now, and I'm just going to be discussing to you a little bit about it and how I feel about it. You know, the noises, how that goes, just to also give you perspective on condo living. But I also turned 19 years old just 2 days ago actually. And that is like, it's a huge achievement, like especially getting this place at 18. And I just can't wait for you guys to see it. I mean, I picked the paint, I picked the floors, and it's just such a nice project. Before I moved in, it was all concrete and it looked horrible. I'll be showing you a picture on the screen, and it was so much darker because paint really makes a difference. So I chose the ultra white color, and it's the brightest white there is, and it just brings so much light into the room. But you don't see a lot of 19-year-olds now. I'm gonna say 18 because I was 18 when I literally got this place, and you don't see a lot of 18-year-olds getting their own place. And especially, I live out here in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I live out here in Santa Fe, New Mexico. So it is quite hard anyway to find a rental. Nevertheless, things are very expensive here, so this is a very affordable condo home living, because the prices right now in New Mexico go from like $500,000. It's crazy. It's a very expensive state, very expensive. I'm just really grateful to be here, and I can't wait to show you guys what's happening. Also, I am taking time for my studying, so I figured, because I'm so busy throughout the week, I'm currently studying for my real estate license a couple hours a day. I'm cold calling on the phone as well, and I really hope to finally join my brokerage once I pass exams, because honestly I failed 2 times. I was only 5 questions away from passing. On my state and the national, I still have like half more that I gotta learn. So it's quite the process, because it's like 123 questions combined, or was it 140? I don't know, but it's 70, I don't know. But yeah, a very important person of us, like one of our friends, he actually helped to motivate me, because I don't know, I've been dragging a lot. I don't know what I was doing honestly when I asked myself, but it took me a long time, and I at least feel better that I passed 2 exams. But if I don't pass like at least 2 of them, I mean that's the requirement, then I'm gonna have to repeat real estate school again for the 3rd time, for 6 weeks, many hours a day in front of the computer. So I do not want to do that, especially you're hungry every minute and it's just super boring. But enough talking. Let's show you my place at 19 years old. Okay, so going up to the door here, I'm just gonna open it up so you know kind of how it looks. And starting with these very fancy front door locks, I really do like the Phillips one, and I spent so long, if you know me, I'm a perfectionist, and I want everything to be a certain way. So it actually took forever to find these locks as well. And I always double check my items in my cart to compare, and this indeed happened to overshadow the other one I was looking at. So let's open it, and it says this every time you unlock it or lock it, so it tells you. So let's open it. And also this weather stripping, yeah, is looking really rough right now, and lots of cold air is getting through. I'm gonna be a little bit quiet talking throughout the halls, just because, so it's a condominium, you know, you can hear people talking through the halls, and I know how that feels, and I'm just gonna be quiet. But yeah, starting with this carpet, it says, "Oh, hello." And this is how it looks, like the hallway. And then, you know, I'm on the first floor, the ground floor, but they have 3 levels, and some apartments, some condos just have 2, like the one there. I'm gonna step out, and then, yeah, there's a parking lot, and my car's over there. So I kind of don't want to go out there and show you how it looks outside from here, so I'm just gonna show you through the video because I am kind of a little bit camera shy. But let me just walk through my condo and show you kind of the outside through my home. You guys want to know how it looks outside? Well, this is my view. Okay, this is my view, and you can see a lot of leaves too because winter is coming as well. So it's pretty cozy. And you actually can choose what you want. You can choose either the parking lot, like kind of the road view, or the nature. And I like nature view, so I'm glad that we got it in our criteria. So anyway, okay. So yeah, I showed you that. I would like to get this front door replaced just because I don't like the old-fashioned rectangles. And the hinges are painted hinges, so that's weird. Okay, let's give you an overview of my place, shall we? So this is the overview, pretty cute, right? So you got our dining room. Has a lot of things though. I'm still kind of unpacking. There's my cat's automatic feeder station. Probably will be moved, same as this trash can. Litter box. We have our kitchen here. We do want to redo pretty much everything here in the kitchen. You see how the cabinets look terrible. We want, like, what's it called? It's called, we do want a backwash going on here as well, and we want, guys, I'm trying to figure out this material. Oh, it's called quartz. We want quartz, countertops, and new drawers, and we also bricked out those too, and redid all the ceilings. No more popcorn ceiling, so we got someone to scrape that off. And through our kitchen is our laundry room, actually. And yeah, probably need some more shelves up here, but these are the brand new Samsung ones. Like within 30 minutes they wash. So cool. Gray. This fridge gets on my nerves a lot because, well, it's like very old. I mean, look, you open it up. Guys, it still says butter and dairy. Like, what the heck? I gotta get rid of it. But yeah, ew, I don't even like touching it because it's just so disgusting. It makes noises, like a very drilling noise, and I just hate it, and it happens every once in a while just because it's like broken. So yeah, and I'm glad, like in my other place, if you watch my video, I had compartments. Like I didn't have any compartments, I meant. And so it's really nice to just have a dining room that's separate, a kitchen that's separate, even a laundry room. I didn't even have laundry, so most of the time I would have to give it to my mom to wash for me. And there's my kitty Amber. Also, she is one of my she is in one of my most popular videos. So make sure to check that out. It's when I adopted her. So yeah, 2 years ago. And she's actually been really liking it too, just because she can walk back and forth. But guys, look at these floors. Oh my gosh. Like they're so light, and it's a gray. I mean, it's probably because the lighting doesn't show much it's a gray, but it is a gray, like I'm telling y'all. It is a gray, and I love these floors. Like, I thought this would be the hardest part, but actually, it was not. The hardest part that I'm currently struggling with right now is furnishing my place. So yeah, it's been 2 months and 4 weeks since I've gotten at least a couch and a dining table. And I do need light fixtures. I'm thinking about getting skylights up here too. Definitely skylights. But yeah, that is super expensive, and I'm still kind of choosing what I want. But the dining set currently is like $800 something, and then the couch I really want is like $1,549. So yeah, still choosing, and hopefully I get that pretty soon. So guys, you probably have saw this is the living room area, and I know I still gotta finish my place, so I'm sorry, but this is an empty house tour. Yeah, here's the TV. I got my gaming desk area, and I'm trying to minimize cords as much as I possibly can. Like we have currently just a few cords down here, which is good compared to my other setup. And I really do want like some kind of cord protector. Like you just wrap it around so it looks like it's more, you know, simple. So yeah, I hope you guys like that, and you can also check out my other video. I did a gaming tour. So I'm not gonna get into it too much, but I think it looks really nice, honestly. And yeah, I got these monitor stands. So these are not the stands. It's like mounted. So if we go to the back, it's mounted, and I just think that is so cool. But yeah, it's a pretty cool setup. I use this for recording videos and real estate. But yeah, my friend's getting me into gaming though, so he's gonna bring his Xbox. And yeah, how I've been managing, honestly, is just sitting on the floor eating with him. I did that because we had a movie night, which was pretty cool with one of my friends, and I'll show you a picture of that on the screen. But I actually had plans for this right wall here. So honestly, if I was to go bigger, I'd get a bigger TV, like at least maybe a 70 to 75 inch. And I would put, like, I would have this wall kind of outward, and then I'd have cabinetry around it. But since like it's a process and I know I can't get much help right now, I'm gonna go ahead and just do it the simple way, you know, get a console down here, put some shelves of myself. And yeah, a big L here because you can kind of see the black stuff. I really want the speaker to be more up. So yeah, it's kind of been bothering me, but gotta fix that too. Hi, Amber. And it's so funny because every time she walks, Amber, say hello. Every time she walks, watch, come here. You can hear her caps. It's just so funny. Oh, and the floors, look, they actually look great. But yeah, if you don't know, she has caps, and she's so easy with like being shaved down or putting caps on her claws. So it's very simple to actually protect your furniture. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, we have our fireplace. It's so cold in here. Like if I show you, it's gonna show it's like 60 something degrees. Yeah, 60 degrees because I'm energy efficient. So you know, and the electric bill is so freaking expensive. So I like to save on electricity for now. And so this fireplace really comes in handy, and my friend actually left a lighter here for me. So yeah, that helps. We want to decorate that too in the future. And yeah, she's trying to scratch, but she can't. Anyway, that's where she kind of sits in the living room. But yeah, we're gonna put a couch. I wanted an L couch, honestly, guys, but it did not fit well. Not that I ordered it at all, but it was like 60 inches, the width, so I just knew that wouldn't work. So no L couch, it was my dream couch, but it's fine. I have other plans for decorating and stuff. I don't know what else. Oh, sorry. Yeah, but here's my balcony. I'm just gonna open it real quick. It's kind of cold. Oh, the door's broken too. But yeah, it's looking really rough out here because of all the leaves and sunflower seeds from all the birds, guys. And I also need to add more bird feeders, so yeah, but I'm thinking of putting like a net on there, and I really do gotta clean this up. But yeah, it's my balcony, and that's like kind of the view from everyone. And the outside too, like, yeah, it's nice. But anyway, let's go inside and close this up. Ugh, gotta really press it in. But yeah, this is the window, this is a door. For a condominium, we have a requirement. It has to be crossed like that. Amber, you know you're not allowed. She's not allowed on the desk at all because she gets her hair everywhere. But I am gonna get her a mounted bed so she can be here with me, and probably put like a perch up there. So yeah, I'm really glad that I have this window area, and it's pretty cool. Let's just go to the hallway here. And on the left, we have our bedroom. I do want a new bed and some nightstands. So yeah, it's a wreck because it's not really how I want my room to be. You know, I love this fan, but yeah, new nightstands, beds. You know, I'm not gonna have any blinds because it makes the place really dark. And to like maximize all the light possible, I want to put curtains instead of blinds. That's what I'm thinking now. And we have this really nice dresser here as well with 2 closets. So yeah, 2 closets. I'm just gonna open it up. We have a utility closet here, too. This is like my biggest closet yet. Just gonna close that. And then here's just, I don't have much clothes, honestly. I have a pathetic style, but I really don't care about how I look or anything. Here's just a few things. Thinking of putting more rods that way and stuff. And yeah, there's just her perch. She doesn't even use it, honestly, too much. She really used the one where I used to live, and after I got her a new one, she just hasn't even been sitting on it. But sometimes I see her, it's just like very uncommon. Yeah, we have our panel. You guys probably don't care. And yeah, we have the bathroom area going this way. I'm just gonna turn on the light. Yeah, that's the bathroom. It looks horrible right now just because it needs a lot of updating. And we have our shower. Of course, we're gonna get a new backwash. You know, everything's gonna be new. Everything. It's gonna be like a vanity thing. But yeah, the floor is so bad. We didn't even touch this part yet because we want like a marble type of floor, like a glossy type floor. Yeah, what else? Make sure you like and subscribe, by the way, if you like my video and you find it interesting where I live at my age. So yeah. Also, so I'm really glad you guys saw that glimpse of where I live right now, and it's really nice not being where I used to live. Make sure you check out that video where I used to live because it was really bad. Like really bad. I don't know, they were selling drugs or something out there. It was insane. So there was always car activity. Oh, it was so freaking annoying. I hated to see that. And that girl, she would never close. Like her gate would always be in and out. People come. It's horrible. Now, for noise complaints, if there were some complaints that I would make so far in my 2 months of living here, first of all, it would have to be the footsteps. The footsteps drive me insane. I can go on all about it every day, all day. But it's at a point where it is so unbearable hearing it. Like, hold on, my cat always uses her litter box when people are over or I'm talking, so hold on. And she's so loud too because she literally scratches on the wall. She doesn't even know how to scratch in the sand. And that's also one of the things that are annoying, but no, that's not related. So yeah, it's not just the footsteps though, okay? It's not like I don't care, stomp if you want to. It is the freaking creaking upstairs that I hear, and I will also show you a clip of that. It is the loud creaking of footsteps. Like, fix your damn floors up there, add area rugs, do something, because you freaking disturb my peace. And like it varies. Sometimes it's loud, it's quiet. So this is why you need a whole new approach. And music does help me like block out all that stuff. It really does. And so does headphones every freaking night. But do I want to wear headphones and play music? No, because this is my home. And why, if it's my home, should I hear other people? Because it's a condominium, right? Yeah, I get it, but I'm not used to it. And I've never grown up in like this whole life. So the first time I was just like, ooh, it was weird, like hearing someone else like slam the cabinets and their water pipes would go off so loud when they're taking a shower, and then it eventually softens, and then the toilet when they flush it. So it's just the creaking. And I don't know if anyone else has this problem, I'm sure there is. it's not just footsteps, it's creaking. Oh my gosh, it sounds like a haunted house, and it just disturbs me. I cannot sleep at night knowing that I hear that at 2 a.m. And this woman, she doesn't freaking stop walking. She walks all day, man, all day, like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So what I'm gonna do to address that issue is I'm gonna get installation done, and I already got a guy over today, and he's still gonna give me the estimate. And I have another guy who's more professional. Me and my mom are gonna be talking to him. So we're gonna do a mixture of like hard rock insulation blown in, and also some spray foam, if that's even allowed. They have to kind of drill a hole and see what's going on. But yeah, that has to be like the main issue, is just hearing someone else's life. Like, that's not cool at all. It's not cool. But that's it. It's just like the creaking, and also a little dog sometimes barking like outside, but they're only like small dogs most of the time. They're not even big dogs. So that's been a really, that has not been an issue at all. It's just like here and there. And guys, like, I know what real dog barking issue caused. Like, I had to call pet control at my old place because it was so bad. It was so many dogs in the neighborhood, and people just leave their dogs outside in the yard, and they don't shut up, and it just disturbs everything. So that was also a huge reason. But here, it's just the creaking. So I'm gonna get insulation. Hopefully that does a really good job. I'm sure it will, depending on who I go with and how the job is done. So yeah, we're getting a few estimates. It's a process. We're gonna have to wait a little bit on that. But yeah, these last 2 months, man, I did not get used to it. So far, I'm very sensitive toward any creaking. And it's not just like creaking, guys. It's like someone is hanging on, like, you know, the Titanic, hanging on for dear life. And it sounds like that kind of creaking, like it's slow, and it's like someone is falling off. And it's like, why is it so uneven, the creaking? So it's like a slow creaking, and it's a fast creaking, and it's like squeaky creaking, and it's just all kind of little ratios of creaking and squeaking. So I just freaking hate hearing that every single day. Like I said, I could go on about it. But yeah, we're gonna get that fixed. So that's the only downside to living here. But anyway, this condominium does have its own pool. It has its own washer and dryers too. It has pathways around here. It even has, like, you know, pathways within the community, but it has like actually trails, like hiking trails that go miles. Me and my mom, we always come down here. There's a gate. We just walk to the gate out here, and it leads to a very nice trail. And you, like, I could go all the way to Sam's Club from here, which is pretty cool, and just like all the way to town. So it's really nice. And I do live in town, but like I'm saying, in the main areas of town, that's where the trail goes. So really, really nice for that matter. I'm trying to think what else I can kind of talk about. Yeah, there's a lot of remodeling and updating that's gonna be done with my place. Oh, talking of that, we have this wall. It's really awkward shape, so it's gonna be bigger and wider. And this, I do want this to be a bar area, so of course we're gonna have to like extend the shelf much more and have chairs here, and then have like one droopy light hanging as well. Yeah, kind of like a whole bunch of ideas you could go. And I'm looking for like a modern type of theme for my condominium, so it's just like a very modern thing. But my condominium, like I said, I would really like airy type of curtains, because I don't get a lot of light in here, like a lot of natural light. Especially it's like the sun's not out too. It's winter, it's rainy, all, you know, the weather's bad for right now because of that. But I don't get a lot of sun here. And also what I really do want to share with you guys is, so I live on the 3 building stories. I'm on the ground floor, and of course always living under someone, you hear steps, so it sucks. But there are 2-story buildings also. So there's 2-story buildings and 3-story buildings. I'm on the 3rd-story building. It's not a big deal. It's like the same, you know, you hear the same people talking of, you know, luckily she doesn't have any pets or any, or people. I could hear all of that if there was talking, so I'm so glad it's just one single lady. Do something about your damn floors. Like, I don't know, there's some owners, tenants in this community. If you were to guess how many owners versus renters are in here, it would have to be renters is the most ratio. So that kind of sucks that you're living in an area with a lot of renters. And there's only a few owners, like me being one of them. This is a very small amount of owners that are living here. So, you know, there is a little renter vibe. You see people moving out here and there. You see people like that of all sorts. But it's for Santa Fe, right in town, very close from everything. It's perfect. And no complaints there. But my ultimate dream is to get a home on acreage, and I'm working very hard on that. I don't personally like condominiums or apartments or you know, just any of that sort, especially renting. I'm so glad I'm not a renter anymore. But I really don't prefer living in places like this. I'm grateful, but if I was to aim higher in life, I would get my own acreage, probably like 5 acres. 5 acres to 10, maybe 14, and just have like a beautiful home, like 3,000, 4,000 square feet would be perfect. And just have it like that. I think that's my dream, like 15 minutes away from town. I would love that so much. Just have like a more appropriate backyard, you know, but for my life right now, it's okay. It's okay. And I understand. But you know, we all start somewhere, and especially I own this place, so you know, there's so many more possibilities. And also, I know I just moved, but me and my mom were looking at 2 stories that we wanted to get instead. So we would sell this place, our home in Florida, and then buy a 2-bedroom condo, which is so much bigger. It's 934 square feet. I think I live in a 634 square feet building. So I'm gonna show you that too, that video. Of the bedroom. Desk and a couch. I want to add a couch in there too. You come in. Clip of the condominium that we really liked, we really enjoyed. It was up for sale, and at the moment we are currently renting our home in Cape Coral, but if we were to go that way, we would go ahead and sell these 2 places and just get a 2-bedroom. I think that's the ideal goal here. So like I have been kind of living in like a disoriented feeling in a place where, you know, I might move. That's why we didn't want to remodel too much all of a sudden. But I think right now we like have made a decision to stay here tight for 1 bedroom. It's actually the 2 stories, 2 building, not 2-story, heck no. So it's gonna do the same thing, insulation on top. It's a 2-story building, and I would like it to be in the grass area, and yeah, 2-bedroom. That's what I mean. I would love guests around here. I had a guest recently over. I would like to have a guest bedroom, even my own cat's room, you know, put her cat tower, put her litter box, all that stuff. So it'd be really nice to have 2 bedrooms in an office room too. Like my office area is right in my living room, which, you know, hold on. Which I am feeling iffy about that because it's not really how it's supposed to be, but because we are limited on space, you know, it's in the living room, but at the same time, it still doesn't look weird. So it would really be cool to have that 2-bedroom type of situation going on. And I really liked it. Like, I loved it. And I would choose the same floors. I think I would choose the same floors because, like, I spent a long time searching for floors, and this was the only lightest gray color that I could find. And it really does brighten up the place, so you don't want to have too dark of floors. But yeah, these are like, I'd probably end up getting the same floors too, just because nothing else caught my attention, unfortunately. But it's okay. And they're even from Walmart, so shout out from Walmart too. But I want to make this video like 30 minutes long, so to kind of close out here, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, for tuning in. Please, there's my cat, she loves running around, like I said, and it's so funny, she does the most insane backflips. Like, she goes ahead and does flips every time there are visitors or my mom comes here. She's such a show off. She like bounces off the wall. It's so freaking funny. But yeah, she's just excited. But I just want to say thank you so much. Leave comments, please, if they're just what you think. just what you think. And I've moved a lot in my life too. I forgot to mention that. I moved a lot in my life. I've moved over 5 times. So it's, it's finally good to call my place home, finally, because it's been hard. But yeah, this is where I'll be settled at least for, I don't know, a few years, depending on how much I save for a home, because like I said, I really like to move. But this is where I'm at. This is where I'm staying. This is where I've got to make my place home right now, because your home is so important too. I take designing extremely seriously. So, I really want to come to a place that's, everything's perfect pretty much, and all rooted. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you guys, by the way, for giving me support on my videos. In the last few, I've gotten like thousands of views, which is so cool. I've never had that happen before, actually, so that was pretty nice. I guess it's just depending on the thumbnail, algorithm, content, and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. I literally went back to where I came from and I remembered, right? That's how it usually works, huh? Am I right? So, let me see. I think I forgot again. Oh, shoot. Oh, let me show you kind of my history, how we got up here. So I started from, my mom's place, which is huge. It's like around 4,000 square feet. It's huge. And you saw that video with Larry, by the way. Make sure you check out that, Living with the Sphinx. You're going to see the house, too, where I used to live. But yeah, that was my house where I started from. Just in New Mexico, we're talking about in New Mexico. So I really got to go to get to calling. But okay, here. So in New Mexico, I started off there. It was a blessing, 3 acres. It had a casita on it. It still does. And just really nice, but it was like 23 minutes away from town, too far. Okay, and then I went to an apartment for 8 months. And it was a big process. Like, I wanted to start at a low income housing, but the wait was so long. So I just decided to work for my apartment alone. And it wasn't like an apartment. It was cool. There was no footsteps. It was ground floor. It was like attached to like one wall, but there was no one even living in the right side of you ever for 8 months. So it was so quiet, but like I said, there was a lot of bad things about that too. So I still would not go back there for the world. And yeah, of course, I'm going to solve this insulation problem. But yeah, I started there, and then now I'm at my own place. So that's how it started. But I moved a lot in my life. Like, originally was in Florida, and after Florida, I just started moving. So after Florida, 12 years, I went to Washington State, and then California, and then all the way to New Mexico. So quite the ways around. And that's how I got into YouTube, because I was so bored and depressed in Washington State. We also lived like, oh gosh, it was so long. It was like an hour away from town. It was horrible, in the middle of nowhere. I hated it so much. But yeah, I just want to give you some history, because nothing's just easy like that. It took me a long while to get here too, and so glad my mom, we had a hardship in our life financially. I don't want to get into all the details, but it's a miracle that we're able to put a very large down payment. I'm talking, guys, a lot for this place. So it's a miracle, and I just, we go through things, but keep working and you will get your own place too. I assure you, you will. But it does help to have parents that kind of already get it for you. But you got this. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna close out now. I really have to get going. Okay, I also forgot something. So I literally recorded this type of clip right after I was done filming. I wanted to say, just to let you know too, on my life, I'm not currently employed, meaning like officially at a job, which is good in a way, but it's a luxury. Unfortunately, this one guy, he was an OCD freak. He was on top of my ass every living minute I was at work, and he was just really negative. So having his energy and environment just made me want to quit, and so I did. I'm so glad I did too, because it was just really toxic. And I just can go on and about that, but I'm not going to. So I'm so glad I spent like 1 month there and that was it. It was crazy. It was like a dog daycare thing. It was cool in ways too, but he really ruined it for me, and I was also hella boring. So yeah, that's that. But I'm employed, like working for my mom. Um, and by the way, yeah, thank you so much, Mom, for giving me this place to live. She pays for my mortgage. She pays everything, all the bills, because I don't really have that. I can't do that right now, so I'm really thankful for her. Um, and yeah, it's just really nice. But yeah, I'm employed, working for her, cold calling, like I said, real estate related. And I'm also like studying for myself. So that's it. There was also, I think, one more thing I wanted to mention. So I can't find my cat anywhere, right? But I do have an idea where she is, because it's so odd. She spends hours a day just looking at this thing. I'm gonna turn on the light. Look at that. She spends hours right by the washer just staring there. And if I don't know where to find her, she's just right there. So if you guys know why she even does this, like I genuinely, like I'm curious. I'd like to understand why. And she just stares at it. And like I swear, there's no critters. I mean, at least I don't, like at least I think there's no critters at all. But maybe it's like a watch post for her or something. Originally I thought there was something there, but I don't know. It's been going for days. I'm just like, what the heck? Yeah, it's odd.